for homemakers. Today I have a fantastic person. I really love her smile. The very first time I met her, I just loved her, the smile, the energy what she has. And today we are going to have an interview with her. And she is a subconscious mind power enhancer. She is an NLP practitioner. She has been certified under Tony Robbins and Blair Singer, Robert Kiyosaki, T. Harv Eker. Number of learnings she has been part of. And she is a Reiki practitioner and she is an energy healer. Just name it and she will be a master of it. Okay, she has done number of learnings and she is a lifelong learner. Okay, and she helps people to discover their own hidden past and use it to live an authentic, fulfilling, and successful lives. So I'm really interested to learn more about her and what is she doing and everything about her, okay? And I believe that you are also excited the same way. So let's welcome Rohini Gupta, the founder of Dream Manifester. Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being over here, that too on the weekend. Thank you so very much. And I'm really excited to be with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vinitha. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Yeah, and thank you so much for having me and giving me this opportunity to interact with your wonderful audience. And you love your energy and your enthusiasm. So much to learn from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And I have seen you that you have learned so many things, so many learnings, and I'm really excited. How did you get so interested in this? And what's your journey of learning all this? And just interested to know more about it. Just tell me a brief about it.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much, Vinitha, for asking. So I am a Three Idiots kind of an engineer. If you've watched the movie Three Idiots, so it's like never wanted to be an engineer, but I studied engineering, and of course that's not what my passion always was. I always wanted to learn psychology, and later in my life, like when I was starting my second innings, like post 40, when my daughter had already grown up, my children were growing up and all, when I really wanted to start, I thought if I want to do something now, I really want to follow my own passion. And there is one, good books always have a great influence on all of us. And thanks to my father, we always had a rich library at home and developed a love for reading. And one of my favorite authors, Richard Bach, whose book Jonathan Livingston Seagull is very famous. There's one more book which he wrote by the name One. And behind that book, there was one question. I have that book right here handy. I'll just read out that question, which has been for which I've been looking for the answer all my life. So it says, I gave my life to become the person I am right now. Was it worth it? So for the longest time, my answer was no.
Okay. So your life has been the answer for this question.
Absolutely. I came across this book was gifted to me by one of my very first mentors, Dr. Sudhir Arora. And from then, like this was in my early 20s, I believe. And from there, that time, that's the answer I've been searching. And at the age of 40 is when I actually started exploring. Like post 40, when I wanted to start my career, I thought I just don't want to do a job which just earns me money. I want to do something which I've always been passionate about, which I really like, when I leave this world, I'm very satisfied about that. I learned I did what I wanted to do. And that's when I started on the journey of learning. And it is still continuing. There is so much to learn. And trust me, the more I learn, the more I discover that there is still so much more to learn. So this is what set me upon the journey of neuro-linguistic practice, neuro-linguistic programming, which is NLP, which we know, or mindfulness, and all this, everything connected with our mind. So anything that is concerned with our mind and how it affects our entire system, like what we think affects our entire life. And that's a very interesting study in neuroscience, and I'm still learning. I'm just a beginner. I really feel the more I learn, I really feel it's like such a huge thing to learn, and it is amazing what power our mind has on our entire system and our entire life. So that fascinated me, and that started me off on the journey, and some of the experiences, of course.
Okay, I would really actually I got to know that about broken ankle and broken. Means like I no, that was your tipping point of your transformation. So I just want to throw light on
Yes.
it. Just tell me about it.
Yeah, thank you so much for asking. Yeah, so I really feel, yes, from a person who had a broken ankle, a broken knee, had a stick in hand to walk, doctors had told me I'll never be able to sit cross legged, will never be able to, climb the stairs properly and all of that. From that point, is it okay if I share a personal story with
Yeah,
you?
sure, sure. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So I was 30 when I broke my ankle. And till then, I've been a very energetic and a very lively kind of a person with a very full life. I've been running around. I would like not walk normally. I used to walk very fast and been very, very energetic kind of a person. And all of a sudden, when I broke my ankle, I kind of felt very disabled. There was a limp in my leg. I slowed down, so all my activities slowed down. And my daughter was very young at that time, and everything, whenever she wanted, if she wanted to play, I started getting that thing that, oh, I'm not capable enough. And my answer to her were always, like, if she wanted to play, I would say, I can't do this, I can't do that. So I had become the I can't um, bearer bearer of I can't, perpetually for everything. And at that time we were living in Noida, which is close to Delhi. It falls in UP, but on the borders of Delhi. And where we lived, it was February. February is a very pleasant month in Delhi, so not
Yeah.
too cold, not too warm, like really pleasant. So we decided to go for a morning walk that day. And where this park was located in between the buildings, and like a plus sign. So one edge of the plus sign was longer and one was shorter. So the shorter part had gates on both the sides where people could enter from. And Delhi and NCR is known for the monkeys around. Okay, so there was this group of monkeys, about 15-20 monkeys, right in the center of the park. They were basking, they were also enjoying the morning sun and all. And towards, we were taking a walk. A lot of people come for morning walk and all of that. So me and my daughter was just 5 years old at that time, and I, of course, had a limp. I couldn't walk that well, but that morning we decided to go for this walk and all. And we were at that long edge of plus in the corner, and some young boys came in through the gates and pelted stones at those monkeys. And I could see everything displaying on the faces of the monkeys, and sense the energy. Like, they were angry, they were, they wanted to attack back, but they couldn't attack those boys, obviously. So I could see they looked around, and by that time it was like about 8 o'clock in the morning. So most of the people were going back, leaving. So very few people were there in the park. And we were the perfect target for those monkeys. And I could see the entire group of monkeys, 15-20 monkeys, walking towards us slowly. And that is when my daughter started screaming on top of her lungs, actually. And I was like, what to do? Like, actually, I don't even think that thought crossed my mind. I was just seeing them. And by the time they came close, I kicked one monkey away in front of me. I just kicked that monkey away. And by that time, my daughter had gone behind me. She was holding me tight on my stomach. And the moment I turned back, one of the monkey's mouth was like that on my daughter's ankle. And I turned back just in time, kicked that monkey, and I was just ready to pick up my daughter and start going in circles, so that we were both wearing sports shoes. So with her sports shoes, I could ward off the monkeys and save her also. So I was just in that, how can I save ourselves? And I was just acting, just out of impulse. By the time people had heard her screams, and there was a huge crowd which came, and the monkeys dispersed and all of that, and we came home. And my daughter wouldn't speak for almost an hour, and I was scared that probably she had gone in a shock or something like that. So after almost an hour, she opened her mouth and said, Mama, You were not scared. Mama, aap dari nahi.
That's amazing.
That,
Wow.
that just, was like a slap on my face, Vinitha. It
Hmm.
just told me that my daughter had lost complete confidence in me. It is so important for any woman as a mother to be able to, instill that confidence in one's child that you can always count on me.
Yeah.
And my I can't for everything had lost her confidence in me.
Okay.
And I thanked that group of monkeys for restoring my confidence in me and my daughter's confidence in me. And that day, I really realized how important it is that no matter how many I can'ts we tell ourselves, but when the moment comes, we all have the potential within us to show up and really, bring that I can from within us. We have it all within us. Only we don't recognize it, or we don't want to acknowledge it at many times. And that is why this journey for me, the power of subconscious mind, this everything to do with mind, mindfulness, we have our mind full of so much clutter,
Yeah.
so many stories like I had. So this was this tipping point for me, Vinitha, when I decided that no, every I can't can be changed into I can. Because my daughter she said, the next sentence that she said, you can't even walk properly. So I thought, we
Hmm.
can't even run to save our lives. So it doesn't matter whether I had a limp, I couldn't walk, whatever it was, but I had the potential in me to protect myself and my daughter, right? So that kind of shifted, and that is when I really wanted to start off my journey. I wanted to take this to as many people as I can in the most simple way, that the power of your mind can truly make a difference in your life and in the life of your children, people who are observing you, because we are being observed at all times. Our neighbors are watching us, your friends are watching you, people around us are watching us at all times. So you never know. You're just being you inspires many.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I always believe that these bad situations is something like it's a blessing in disguise to reveal us that what we are, and today whatever we are, it's just because of these situations what it taught us, right? So I'm
Absolutely.
truly inspired by your story, that how you got to know about your power within. I'm
Thank you.
truly really inspired. And I really wanted to know that how did you what is your teaching method, what do you teach actually to your people? And something that I know that mindfulness, it's something that it really changes the person from within. Yes, it's truly a solution for a person life to bring it to the next level, I know that. And I'm really interested to know that how do you take this path in your curriculum, in your teaching way. And I know that you have been investing your life for about 2 decades in this field. I'm truly amazed by this, and just throw some light over this.
Yeah. Thank you, Vinitha. So everything again begins with oneself, right?
Yeah.
You cannot teach anyone, even if you try to teach anyone something which you are not implementing, it will show.
Yeah.
And you will feel as if you're a liar.
Hmm.
So everything I teach in my community, or any of my courses that I conduct, I have gone through it myself most of the time, and I've actually implemented it in my own life. And that is where this journey began, because it was all tried and tested. Yes, we can use the power of our subconscious mind to change our reality. We can really start living the life of confidence that we wish to live. We can actually achieve that state of at least dealing with stress, keeping stress at bay, limiting it. We will all go through problems. We will all have troubles. We will all, go through ups and downs in lives. But for how long are we going to stay in that state will determine how we are going to live our life. Yeah. So say if I'm like in a state of anger, for how long am I going to hold that anger? Now, if I hold that anger for a longer time, who is going to be affected? I am. And that's how we create dis-ease in our life, diseases in our life. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So whatever we hold on to becomes our reality. So if we are holding on to past grudges, if we are holding on to whatever, uh, even the sense of betraying oneself, a lot of people have that feeling of betraying oneself. Like I had it for the longest time. I thought I did not live the life to my potential, and I felt as if I had betrayed myself. And how can I overcome that feeling of guilt, that feeling of wasting my time, and all of that? I really learned all this when I was going through the mindfulness sessions, and I really started pondering over my own life. So mindfulness is what? Being observant of your own feelings, what you're feeling right now. Like right now, we have an audience also, right, who is listening to us.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, people
so
are
I
there
just
on Facebook.
okay, great. So just for an example, let us do this right now. Like just take a moment and think about: are you present here right now, or are you? This is a question for everybody. Like whoever is listening to us, maybe whoever is watching, or whoever watches the recording later on.
Yeah,
Like right
absolutely.
now.
It's going to stream in YouTube also.
Okay, great. So whatever this moment, the moment you're listening to this, just take a moment and think about: what are you doing right now? What are you thinking about right now? Are you physically here and mentally somewhere else? Perhaps scrolling your phone? Perhaps thinking about what am I going to do next? Or thinking about that pending work which still needs to be taken care of, or that bill that needs to be paid, or whatever. Yeah. So where are you right now? Are you in the present? So the more we try to observe and get ourselves into the present, the more the effect of everything else which is not required starts lessening. And that is actually what mindfulness we're talking about. And then using our mind, using the power of our mind, because you know what, we humans, we have such amazing potential. We are like the most intelligent species on this planet, right?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, probably. At least on this planet we are. We can simply say that. We don't know about other planets, but yeah, this planet for sure we are the most intelligent species. And yet we use only 5 to 10% of our brains, 5 to 10% of our actual capability. Can you imagine the potential that we have? And if only we could tap into the rest of the mind that we are not using, the rest of the potential that we are not using, what amazing lives we would have. We wouldn't have to suffer um, ourselves. More than others, we suffer our own selves. We
Yeah,
suffer because of our own thoughts. We suffer
yeah,
because what we believe, right? uh,
absolutely.
for example, if you say something to me, perhaps you said it and you started living your life, but I hold on to it.
Mm. Yeah, living in thoughts. That's the
Yeah,
most where people live in.
absolutely. And we have about 70,000 thoughts,
Mm.
70,000 plus minus thoughts in the entire day. So where are we? Like sometimes even when we are cooking, perhaps, or doing something which we do out of habit every day, our mind is somewhere else. We are not present while having food. We are not present. We are not tasting the food actually.
Yeah.
We are not relishing that food. We are not, really being grateful for that food. And it's not something like, see, even the concepts of mindfulness, they're not something new. They've been inculcated in most families since childhood. Only
Yes.
the term mindfulness is now in fashion. So when you were asking what is my methodology of teaching, so I combine all of these things. So mindfulness, the power of subconscious mind, even healing. We have the potential to heal ourselves. That is also something which a lot of people don't believe in. uh, every time you fall sick or you feel a little uncomfortable, have a little headache, people very easily just pop a pill. I know a lot of people who know the names of pills and everything so, like, really by heart, that they call themselves doctors almost without the degree,
Yes,
which is
yes.
even more dangerous. Yeah. So,
After
and
coming to so many illness, they got to know that what are the medicines have to be taken for each and everything.
exactly. And it is a proven fact that medicines don't heal.
Yeah.
Medicines only numb you for a while till your body heals itself. Medicines
Yes.
never heal. It's a proven fact. This research is available freely if anyone does a Google search, and most doctors will also tell you. Like, in fact, when I started studying this, I was very fascinated by it, and I know some people who are like doctors and even nurses who have worked so closely with patients and all. And when I checked with them, this is a fact. This is what they have also observed. What does a painkiller do? It kills the pain for a while till your body heals. It numbs that pain for some time for you so that you can go about your function. Until then, the body heals. Every night we have this opportunity when we go to sleep. Next morning, why are we in a much better rejuvenated state? Because that night's sleep, while we were sleeping, our body healed ourselves. So we need to believe in that one is that healing, you have the potential to heal yourself. Another thing which I believe in and I also really teach people is the power of intention.
Yeah.
Having intention for oneself and for others, because everything, you mentioned at the beginning that you love my energy, I love your energy. How do we know? We haven't physically met, we have just met online. But
Yeah.
I can feel it when I speak with you. I can feel it in your tone. I can feel it, what is that feel? What is that connection? That's the energy. That's the vibration that we are both, giving out. So when we are vibrating at a particular frequency, that matched and we connected. We don't connect with every person. We don't feel like talking to every third person we meet. But this is the connection. And this is something, if people start believing in also, they can really make their lives much better, each one of us, you, me, everybody. So this is what I teach, like really understanding oneself, knowing oneself, actually going within your own self. So that's basically what I teach, understanding your own self.
Absolutely. You beautifully framed how body and mind are related to each other and how working with mind will heal your body. It's so beautiful and fantastically you have done an activity with our viewers too. Thank you so much for giving your heart and soul in what you speak to. I could feel that
Thank
energy
you.
and I could see that how much involvement you just show up in everything you speak out and in everything you do. And I'm really inspired with you. I'm so
Thank
much
you.
inspired, really.
Thank
And
you.
okay, the very last thing I just wanted to ask you that one takeaway which you can just give it to me and our viewers. Okay, just one takeaway from what you really love to give us.
Yeah. So one thing I would like I love sharing with everybody is ATM. Okay.
Okay.
So normally from ATMs you withdraw money, right? So
Hmm.
this ATM you withdraw from your own self. So
Okay.
are you ready for an activity? Can we do
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, sure,
This is
sure, sure.
just, it
With
won't take
pleasure.
more than a minute. So
Okay.
ATM means anytime meditation.
Okay, super. Okay, wonderful to know that. Fine,
So
fine.
yeah, so I kind of coined it myself. So ATM is my my invention. I don't know if you can call it that, but I really like this. See, whenever people think about meditation, we have a lot of you know baggage around the word meditation, that, oh, I can't meditate, meditation is not my
Hmm.
thing, meditation is for oldies, blah 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 blah, all of that. And so it is not that difficult. So I want to demonstrate it right now, and we can all do it together.
Sure.
So now it won't even take more than a minute. And this ATM, actually you can do just before you are going for any presentation, just
Okay.
before an interview, anytime you need to become centered. whenever you're feeling all scattered, when you're like biting nails, tension me and all of that, when you're in a lot of tension and you really need to calm yourself down, so just sit in a place, or even if you're standing, even if you're traveling in a crowded bus, standing, or a train, whatever the situation, just one moment, close your eyes and simply focus on your breath. Simply focus on your breath. See and feel as you breathe in and breathe out. Just feel your breath. Just observe as your breath flows in and out. Simply observe, and you'll notice that as you start observing your breath, your entire system has calmed down. You've started breathing in a rhythm, the natural rhythm. Simply observe it. This is the natural rhythm of this universe, the natural rhythm of your body. And now, slowly open your eyes.
Wow, amazing. You're truly gifted as a technique, and you have just thrown your heart and soul, as I said earlier. It was so amazing to feel the peace from within.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Very simple, right? Not rocket science.
Simple.
Not rocket science at all. You can do it anywhere, and anyone can do it, even a small
Yeah,
child.
anywhere at any time. Just only one thing is you want to wish to do it. That's it.
Exactly.
If you just wish it, then you can.
Absolutely. And this is one thing, you don't need any tools, you don't need any special prayer, no incense sticks, nothing. No crystals, nothing. You just, and breathing till you're here, you will be breathing. That happens naturally, whether you decide to breathe or not. You don't specifically tell yourself, oh, Vinitha, I have to remember to breathe. No, Vinitha breathes any which ways, even in her sleep.
Consciously or unconsciously, it just happens.
Exactly. That is the machinery that we have been gifted with by the nature, right?
Yes.
So might as well use it to our advantage instead of just letting it go and wasting the gifts that we already possess. So that was what I wanted to share, and I hope it was a value-adding session.
The moment we make the unconscious thing as a conscious thing, we are just tapping into the present moment, and we are just tapping into our power itself. Wow, that's an amazing that it's been actually, it's a surprise for me to have this right moment, this meditation, everything is so awesome. Thank you so much for giving me this experience, and also our viewers this experience. Thank you so very much, and also thank you for taking out your time in this Sunday morning and giving us your precious time. That's really inspired. Yeah, the moment I just contacted you, just said yes. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you so very much. Thank you, and see you.
Vinitha. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, for just giving us this inspiration. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And thank you to all the viewers who are watching us or who would be watching us later on. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for each one of us for tuning in live over here and for watching it till the very end. Thank you so much for each and every one of you, and just working out this one. Take it, absorb it, and make it a part of your life, and just share us your success stories when you just did it. Okay, that will really inspire many. Thank you so much for each and every one of you. Thank you so much. See you again with another interview and being with another person, inspiring story, inspiration, just getting inspired with every one of you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rohini. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you.
so much.